So, hear me out on this one. You know how people always say that Albert Einstein proved that time is relative? I was thinking about that and I realized something weirder. Light from sun takes about 8 minutes and 19 seconds to reach earth, which means when you're looking at the sun right now, you're not actually looking at the sun right now. What you're seeing is the information about the sun from about 8 minutes ago. But Mars is further away from sun. On average, it takes sunlight to reach Mars about 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Jupiter around 43 minutes. Neptune more than 4 hours. So imagine like you're standing outside the solar system looking at all these planets. You're looking at one solar system, but you're receiving different parts of its history at different times. And that's where my brain went to Einstein. Einstein had this famous thought experiment with a train, which is very famous. I mean, I believe it was one of the thought experiments he used to hypothesize the relativity equation, I believe. And it was one of the thought experiments. So imagine two lightning bolts uh, hitting the railway track, one at the end and one at the beginning. So someone standing at the platform may say that those lightning strikes happened at the same time. But someone moving on the train, like moving aboard, can measure them differently. And that's one of the ideas behind relativity. But here's the interesting part. What Einstein was trying to ask was, when did this happen? I mean, when did the event happen? But my question is, when did the observer received the information that the event has happened? Those are not necessarily the same things. Think about it. Something happened, the event creates information. Information then has to travel, yeah. Then eventually an observer identifies it or receives it. So there can be an event happening in the universe right now that you literally cannot know about. Not because your internet is slow, not because someone hasn't told you, but because the information physically has not had enough time to reach to you. And this made me think that maybe reality isn't something that the entire universe experiences simultaneously. Maybe every observer out there has their own information horizon. There is reality out there, and then there is a portion of reality that has reached you. So here's the sentence I have been thinking about. Time is relative, information has a horizon, or maybe even reality arrives as information. So what you see as sunlight is just information about an environment. What Albert Einstein saw as lightning bolt was just a piece of information in an environment. Yeah. So what does it make us at the end? Observers, mere observers of reality. Yeah. This might sound like science fiction, but like imagine humanity becoming multi-planetary species, you know. Uh, Imagine people living on Earth, people living on Mars, people living on Moon, people living on maybe just, orbiting different planets. uh, Eventually we are going to get this in a very weird situation if we become multiplanetary species, that multiple civilizations will be experiencing the reality at the same time, but neither one knows what is exactly happening to each one of them. So if, let's say, if Mars is, say, 10 light minutes away from Earth, okay, then every message you receive from Mars is already 10 minutes into its past. So, like, the message you will receive 10 minutes later, the 10 minutes in Mars has already been passed. So, like, yeah. So, imagine you are living on Earth and your girlfriend lives on Mars, okay? And you sent her a text and she takes 5 days to reply back. Now, the message she has sent, it will take 10 minutes to reach you. But for her, the 10 minutes have already passed. Like, she's already living in the future while you are waiting in the past. Like, doesn't it boil your mind as a boyfriend? You answer, you response, your response take another 10 minutes, and then you see you have created an information loop that is 20 minutes behind. So, thinking about this, what does even now means for the interplanetary interplanetary civilization? What does now mean? And one more thought, we always were taught or told that time machine is a machine, that is something, you enter into it and then you travel across time. A machine takes you into the past. But telescopes, right, they are already doing something incredibly strange. You look at the sun, you see 8 minutes into the past. Look at a star 100 light years away. You're seeing it existing 100 years ago. So if you look at a, I don't know, like anything, like if you look at a telescope and you see something in the sky, it has already existed. A star you see in the sky has existed there 23 years ago. It's not there now. It's just a piece of history which we are observing now. Yeah. The past is traveling to us through information, and that might become incredibly important for humanity if we become a spacefaring civilization. Because Einstein taught us that two observers can disagree about time. But I think there's another question that we have to deal here with. Not just what time is it, but what does this observer know about this universe at this current point of time? Somewhere out there, something has already happened, and its information is still traveling towards us. As I mentioned, time is relative, information has a horizon, and reality arrives as information. Yeah. See you in the next video.